Hello and welcome to a special feature of BannerPage. BannerPage is a native conversion kind of thing. It's not a full conversion or anything like that, but what it aims to do is significantly improve the native experience while still retaining all of the native spirit that you're going to see from all of the balanced units and things like that. Let's just ignore the Swadian Knights for a second. But anyway, the point is that this mod has been in development for 5 years. As far as I'm aware, there's only one person that has worked on it for those 5 years. If you'd like to download and take a look at the enormous features list, then there is a link in the description. And among the main features, I'm just going to read off what they've actually put in here. And these things are all working as intended, all together, without any problems, as far as I'm aware. Bear in mind that there's also new animations, new graphics, and a variety of other things, and we're going to see that in just a second. But after this, Diplomacy 4.3, PBOD, Pre-Battle Orders and Deployment, Freelancer 1.6, oh, that's really cool. I like Freelancer. Custom Commander, ooh, okay. Custom Troops, oh yes, there are custom troops. Bear in mind that there is a requirement for custom troops, as far as I'm aware. You have to create your own kingdom before you can actually utilize those. Then you have tournament enhancements, you have a dueling kit, so I suppose you can actually duel enemy lords, and then you have hunting, new recruitment system, a completely new system and new code that this person has added in there. Camp entrenchment has a meaning now. Armies need to rest to remain fresh and maintain map speed. Sea trade, seafaring and sea battles, bridge battles, customizable sparring matches separate from dueling, investment, banking system, landowners, moneylenders, Dark Knight invasion, which is fully implemented, and also enslaving villages. Now, there are a number of other things that I could be just reading off here, but we're going to start and we're going to see what we can do. So, to the dearest adventurer of the new great medieval story, a welcome letter from His Grace Gorilla. Yes, that is actually the creator of the BannerPage mod, and I gotta say that from just literally reading the mod page, this is just absolutely insane. The amount of work that has gone into this. You're gonna see exactly what I mean, but yeah, I might have to turn off HDR. Might have to do that, because I think I have that currently enabled. So once we get into the game, I'll do something about it. Anyway, we're just going to play the standard special feature sort of thing, because bear in mind that if you are new to the channel and you haven't seen a special feature of a Warband mod before, then basically what it is it's a showcase of that mod's features, and then you can decide whether you want to download the mod yourself and play it, or whether you don't, or whether you just want to see what I'm actually doing in this and see what kinds of features it has. But otherwise, we have a wide variety of different banners here. We've got some new ones as well, and I have no idea what I'm going to pick. I'm going to pick the castle. Yes, let's pick the castle. That sounds like a good idea. I'm going to call myself Beartilt, because that's my sort of standard name for these kinds of special features. And, well, let's get into the game after I select my stats. I don't think there are any new things here, because the creator is trying to get as close to as possible to the regular native experience while enhancing all of the weakened areas and basically adding more depth. Now we do have some, well, I would say definitely enhanced models, enhanced character models, because you can see here as I'm just scrolling through, they look a lot better than the default ones, that's for sure. So we're just going to go for something like this, I guess. Something like this seems pretty good. And I have no idea where I'm going to start, to be honest. I kind of want to start, maybe we'll start, shall we just go for a classic? We'll just start in Praven. Why not? Start in Praven. Alright, so here we go. This is it. Now, you may not see basically anything different here, apart from the fact that the graphics, they look a little bit smoother, don't they? They look a little bit higher quality. I'm actually just going to go into my video options right now and just see if I can change the HDR. Alright, so I have done that, and bear in mind that in the PBOD options, in other words, the pre-battle orders and deployment settings, you should set your battle size to the exact same that you have in your actual battle size in the main options. And I currently have 150, so I'm going to put 150 there. And apparently that does make a difference to the stability of the mod as well. So I'm just going to disable companion complaints, and otherwise, as you can see right here, we've got all the wonderful options that you would expect to see. And I like that quite a bit. So I'm just gonna. I don't even think I'm gonna get that far, but we're gonna just, you know, go for that. They've got the Lancer fix, Horse Archer fix, Spear, Polearm fix, and so on and so forth. Very nice indeed. And you also have bodyguards, ranged penalties, formations AI, and all that stuff. So if you want to use that, you can. If you don't, then you don't have to, obviously. So anyway, there are a wide variety of things, massive amounts of stuff. So you can see here, look at this. This is Camp Action Menu 1. Bear that in mind. There's actually a second one, if you can believe it. Here you can choose one of many common and frequent actions. Don't forget to check out the second part of the Camp Action Menu too. Yeah, I will. Okay, so walk around, inspect terrain or troops, wait here for some time, build fortifications and wait here for some time, manage the book library. As you can see right here, you can actually, wow, a whole menu designed for books, literally by itself. The amount of work, really, come on, that's just absolutely insane. So yeah, you can get books. I don't exactly know what this means at the moment, but I would assume what you can do is it will show you exactly how many books you've written, or how many books you've read. Click on a book on the left of the selected, then click on a hero's name below to set the holder of the book or set its holder as none. Alright, well, unfortunately at the moment I don't have any, so I can't really explore this at the moment, but hopefully we will be able to a little bit later on. Modify your banner. You can change your banner if you want, anytime. You can change your kingdom's color if you want, at any time. Then you can obviously export, import NPCs, and retire from adventuring, which is the standard thing. Anyway, we've already had a look at the PBOD, so you can manage split troop assignments as well. If you want to go for super strategy, then you can do that as well. Mod preferences, so you have cheat mode, Dark Knight's Invasion begins, disable random events shown as a message, disable map travel exhaustion, insane amounts of exhaustive options right here. You can see exactly what they all are. And then you also have tournament settings. I love it when mods incorporate additional tournaments. Disable tournament enhancements, disable automatic tournament quests, set quest reactions to high, current is medium. Display tournament player options, so you can see those right here, and you can actually decide what you want to go for. So if you go for a wager, oh yeah, so you can actually see exactly how much you're going to get. So I'm going to bid 2 points, and my wager will be 200 dinars, yes, because I think I'm probably going to be doing quite well. Maybe 2 teams with two fighters each, or 2 with 3 members. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be fine. Let's just go for the easy round, and we'll go for Lance and Shield, and we will go for enhanced weapons. I think is probably the thing that you want to go for most of the time. And otherwise, do I want anything else? Enhanced horse, I guess. Well, I want a horse. Oh, okay. So I guess you could go for a horse or no horse, or you could go for enhanced horse or enhanced weapons. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, okay. Well, that's going to be kind of interesting, isn't it? Okay, so then you can also display the actual designs of the arena itself. So you can actually go from native arena or mod arena, and you can have your appearance and change exactly what you have going on here. And you can see that this all changes. You can see how many, what percentage of units are going to use this, and what percentage are going to use that. It is pretty crazy, and you can apply this to all centers as well. So the amount of customization is amazing. I can't believe it, really. Absolutely amazing. Okay, so apart from that, there you go. That's it. That's the camp menu. It's taken me, what, 3 minutes to go through the camp menu. And then, of course, we have take a closer look at your personal agenda. So your balance sheet, you can take a look at what kind of land you own. Overview of factions and lords, so you can see what your relation with these different factions is. And click the totems to view relation with lords. Ah, wow. Wow, okay. Bravo. You have done an absolutely amazing job, creator of this mod. Really, just insane. So you just click on this, and then you can literally have a look at every single lord and even what they look like, and exactly how much relation you have with them, which is just absolutely fantastic. Such an easy way of doing it, because let's face it, I'm never going to be able to remember some names. Like, for example, the Khergit Khanate, they have pretty confusing names most of the time, for me at the very least, and so it's really nice to be able to see what they actually look like. So, for example, Kramuk Daga right here, he's a bald guy. So he's a bald guy with a very little facial hair, as far as I could tell. And in comparison, Tonju Khan has some facial hair. So while they're both bald guys, it would be so much easier to know exactly who I'm looking for, even if I forget their name. So that's a really, really nice way to go about it. And then what else do we have? Known lords by reputation. So you're obviously by relation here. So obviously this is none, because obviously I don't have any relation with them at the moment, I suppose. Character companions. So you can actually see all of your companions, and you can see exactly what gear they are wearing as well. I actually have a donkey at the moment. That's pretty awful. Anyway, courtships in progress. You can see your courtships, and it actually shows you what poems you know already, which is pretty fantastic. And then you have your dueling report. You can see if you've won or lost. And then you have character summary as well, which basically just gives you your honor rating. Enemies, apparently Barry is an enemy of mine for some reason, but there you go. And that's it. For personal agenda, just alone, that's just absolutely crazy. Company and party analysis. Weekly budget, party morale, party size, companions on mission. In other words, it shows you when they are gone away, you know, when they've gone away to get you some right to rule and stuff like that. And then you can actually see your party size and all that stuff. Then you can see your company overview, so you have accessible companions, and it shows them. It shows you what? It shows you to the XP to next level. It shows you your power strike and all that stuff. That is absolutely amazing. It shows you everything that you need to know, and you can look at this. You can literally list your companions. You can list your regular troops at the same time as well. Your kingdom lords and all that stuff. Wow. Right. Yeah, that's actually pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy. Yeah, so that's definitely something that I'm going to be looking forward to and taking a look at that as and when we do gain some companions, because I will be enhancing my progression a little bit, and we're going to do a siege, and we're going to do a tournament, we're going to do a battle, hopefully a vassal battle or something like that. Check the current state of external affairs so you can see the world political map. Hopefully it won't crash. I don't think it will crash, to be honest, because it seems like a very polished mod indeed. I generally think that a mod that has been worked on for such a long period of time and has so many features is really not going to crash. I know that there are a number of other mods. I won't mention their names, but there are a number of other mods. One in particular I'm thinking of right now that does tend to crash quite a lot, and it has a lot of features as well. But this mod has a lot of features too and doesn't seem to crash at all, even when looking at this, which is a very... it takes a long time to load this, actually, but there you go. There's the political map. You can see that if you like. Faction relations, very nice, easy, concise way of seeing exactly who you're at war against. Then you can have a look at the Lord's holdings. This is absolutely crazy as well. Being able to see this, and being able to see who is actually enemies with who. Look at this. Duke Clargus, for example, he is an enemy with Count Regus. So if you want to, you could do a little bit of skullduggery. You could try to do a little bit of sneaky covert action there, and maybe try to either make them hate each other, or get them to declare war against each other or something like that. There is that quest that will happen. And then you have the comparative prosperity report, which is all about telling you what kind of prosperity each individual faction has, and which faction's doing the best in that regard. And then otherwise we have important reference materials. You have troop trees. Oh yes, you have troop trees, which is just insane. And obviously, as I've said before, the mod is keeping very much to the spirit of native, so most of the units are going to be relatively similar. Oh, what do we have here? Nords. They seem to be be renamed a little bit to Northern Lands. That's actually really cool. I like that. And otherwise, you can see here, look at this. This is a berserker right here. I have no idea how to get the berserker, but you can see that the mod creator has added in this really nice bar system. So basically you can see exactly what is good and what is bad at a glance. You're not having to look at values after values after values and being like, oh, look at this guy's got 16 strength and 6 power throw. But look at his power strike. He's got 9 power strike, so he's much better in melee than he is with throwing weapons, but he's still good. And that's the point. You can see from a glance that is exactly the case. I think that's really nice. And then you can actually go on and click next, and you can see exactly what these guys actually have in comparison at such an easy way. So really nice. Really, 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 really nice. I can't even stress that enough. That's great. And look at that. Added actually some noble... I think these are noble units. These are probably noble units that you can recruit from towns or something like that. And then you can actually have a look at all of the items in the game. Look at this. If I want to have a long wooden stick, then I can probably try and find that. But look at this. You even have... Oh my. You have fire grenades and things like that. I don't even know whether you can use these. But the point is that they might be available. They might actually be available. I haven't, I've got to say, I haven't looked through all of the weapon choices and additions in the changelog. I was just blown away by the initial features and the various other things that the creator has done to the user interface to make them even better. And just look at how much stuff there is. It's just absolutely crazy. And you even have some things down here as well. Wow. Well, there you go. I would assume that most of those will be available in the mod, but don't quote me on that. So let's actually take a look and finally start moving around. And look, you can see here. Thick winged great helmet. Looks good. Thick full plate armor. And some other crazy stuff. That's nice. Then we have... Wow. Wow. Yeah, we've got some really, really crazy horses right here. Really nice. And it keeps the spirit of native. 100% does keep the spirit of it. But just improves it in every way. I think that that is... Wow. The amount of work. Oh, Physician Bunduck. Hello, Physician Bunduck. You should join me. Yes, there we go. Okay, Retinue Archer. Oh, wow, look at this. This is just looking really good. It is really just looking really good. Let's actually go and look around the streets. Yep, as I thought. As I thought. Look at this. This is new. This is all new to me. And well, we'll just... Is that the crest of Swadia up there or something like that? It might be. Anyway, there's a horse merchant. And we have a wide variety of other people and things to look around here. But just look at the improvement of the streets. And you're going to go into the streets, actually maybe not that much, but you might go into the streets for some reason or another. But you can speak to the guildmaster. You can ask him for a job. What about an enterprise? Well, the enterprises are relatively similar. We're actually going to see... oh, look at that. My profit here is only 346 from a weavery and dye work. So I'm wondering if there's going to be something else that's actually better. There might be. But I'm not going to look through all of those right now. There's also a port. You can purchase a ship for 10,000 dinars. You can manage your ships, view the ship registry, and so on and so forth. You can see how many ships you have in various places. And of course, there is a chance to go on naval battles and things like that. You can also borrow some money if you want to. And you can also choose how many acres you want to buy. Unfortunately, there are no acres available at the moment, but that's all right. Not a big deal. And then, of course, we do have the arena here. So I'm actually wanting to see if there is an arena. Oh, look at that. You can actually spar with some of your men. You can practice with arena trainers as well. Will there be a tournament in nearby towns? Wercheg, Yalen, Ravedin, Tyr. Tyr is, I think, the closest. So I think I will probably be heading on over there. And we'll see what we can do. Where am I? Oh, there I am. Whoa, we're traveling really fast, aren't we? Okay, yeah, we are going pretty fast. So let's go over here and see what we can do. Oh, hello. What is that? That's a Catalan company. Okay, very new to me. Very, very new to me right here. Okay, so let's actually go and... I don't really want to force people to join me, so I'm going to just leave them alone for the moment. But we're going to join the tournament. And I'm going to see how it is. So this is reminiscent of another mod for me, but they obviously incorporate relatively similar things. 200 dinars that you will earn 2 points this round. That's my current wager. So yeah, let's do it. All right. Oh, did I not start with a... Apparently I didn't start with a horse. Well, that's not really going to work out too well, is it? No, that is not really going to work out too well at all. But hopefully I can maybe do something. Oh, poke him. Poke him to death with my lance. As you can see, I'm doing a very good job with it. That did not work. That did not work. I need to go into the options real quick and make sure that I actually have the right thing set up. But it's highly unlikely that my friend is going to actually even achieve any kind of victory here. So yes, there we go. That is indeed a loss for us extremely easily, in actual fact. Oh. Wait a minute, was that our team? He won! I can't believe it. I can't believe he actually won that. Okay, so let's actually have a look here. Yeah, it says that I should have a horse. Maybe I need an enhanced horse or something like that. You currently have no melee weapon, but I do. Maybe we should go for a one-handed. Your weapon selection is adequate. Oh, okay, so maybe the lancing is frowned upon. Maybe that's the case. But anyway, let's continue onward. Okay, there we go. Now, I do have a... Oh, I have an axe now. Do I have randomized things selected or something like that? Or maybe it is just a case... Ah, I think I know what it is. I think it is because the mod options are overwriting my options. So, in general, I'm just getting some random stuff at this point, which is absolutely fine. I don't have a problem with that whatsoever, but it's really nice to see that the environment in the area is actually really cool. Yes, I would like to withdraw. Thank you very much. I just wanted to show you the arena anyway and all of the options and all that stuff. So I think that was pretty cool. Ramoon the slave trader is here and various other people. Okay, that's absolutely fine. So what we're going to do is I would actually like to see what Companion Bunduck is all about. Okay, so he's got two in first aid. He's got some decent riding skill, all that stuff. Yeah, very much standard for Mr. Bunduck right there. And what else can I do here? Well, there are game concepts that I can actually look at here. So if you want even more information about the mod, then you can literally just go here and it's got auto sell, auto loot. It actually has horses, camels, and all kinds of other things apparently as well. So yeah, I mean, can you get any more? It is just insane. Alright, so I've actually been playing around a little bit with the tournament design, and as you can see right here, if I actually place all of the custom settings on 100%, it then gives an actual equal amount of percentage for each of these things to load in. Now bear in mind that you can actually change this around as well, so if you don't particularly like fighting with swords, then you can change it around to scimitar, saber, mace, axe, whatever you want it to be, which I think is actually really amazing. And you also have spear, staff, knight lance, a tournament bow, tournament crossbow, tournament javelins. You can actually change those to throwing axes if you so desire. And that is basically that. And you can also apply this to all centers as well if you want to. So that is actually kind of crazy. And if I change the tournament options right here, I'm actually just going to say always randomize equipment. And I'm going to go for the biggest amount of payout that I can potentially get. So let me see. What is a... There we go. This seems better. 2 teams of 5 each. And I think I'll just get 2. Why not? Let's just do that and see how that goes. There we go. All right. Now let's see how it goes. Oh, here we go. Hello. I have been given a bow. And I am on a horse. Well, this is probably not going to work out too well for me. But, well, we'll see. Oh, nice. Did I already get a kill? I think I already got a kill. Nice. Okay, so yeah, horse archery, not my best thing ever, but I seem to be doing alright so far. I do have a sword as well, which I can potentially use, but as you can see, you can just customize them to your liking, whatever that may be. You can decide for yourself. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy amount of stuff. And just just look at this. Look at this actual arena right here. So you can see the absolute difference in the environment as well, because obviously the one that we were at previously was again a Nord tournament. This one is also a Nord tournament, but it has changed significantly dependent on which town you're actually at. I think that's the case at the very least, but gotta say, still extremely impressed, very much impressed every single time I see a mod that has this much effort put in. And look at this, now they've just given me, now they've given me a spear. As I said, there are, I've basically just left it up to Lady Luck, to be honest. I've just basically put it, hey, you know what, just give me whatever. And that's exactly what I'm playing with right now. And it might not work out. It might not work out too well, as you can see right here. Oh no, I'm dead. I'm dead, but my, the blue team is actually doing pretty badly as well. Yeah, they are actually doing pretty badly. But I guess I can't really do much about that now. Anyway, I do have a little bit more to go until we can actually participate in a large-scale battle, but I wanted to show you a little bit more of the tournament, somewhere where I can actually do a little bit better, because, beforehand that was kind of bad. But anyway, now that I have done so, it is probably a good idea for me to go back to training. Oh yes, and now did I mention that you can also upgrade your weapons and armor by going to a weaponsmith or armorsmith and then doing exactly what you want it to do. So in other words, I'm going to upgrade my bardiche, and there you go, my bardiche was actually upgraded. That was that was pretty easy. I've already upgraded my throwing axes, my heavy throwing axes, and my heavy round shield, so I don't really need anything from here anymore. But I would like to find the armorsmith. Is that him over there? I think that is him. And hopefully he can turn my banded armor into something, because it is currently battered, and as you can see I want to make it into crude. And my Berserker's helmet is currently going to be upgraded as well. And look at this. Oh, wow. Yeah, I just spent a huge amount on that. Okay, that might be a bit too much. But hopefully my banded armor can also be upgraded. As you can see, it goes all the way up to thick. Maybe reinforced. Maybe I can get... Yep, there we go. Reinforced for 7,700. Pretty crazy. Can't do anything about my steel mittens. My leather boots are currently pretty awful. Probably need to buy something other than leather boots, but I just wanted to show you that the functionality is actually here. Alright, so I just wanted to show you even more of the functionality, because now that we actually have a companion, it might actually make sense for me to do that now. So you can see here that we can take a look at Bunduk's morality. As you can see, he's an egalitarian and a humanitarian, and he likes Katrine. So he likes Katrine and dislikes Rolf and Lezelit. So you can see exactly what your companions are not liking, and you can see what they are liking, and then make decisions accordingly, which I very much like. You can also go and you can speak to them, and you can see that his reputation is benevolent, which is actually really nice. Or at least I think that is pretty nice. And yeah, maybe he's going to become a good vassal or something like that in the future. But otherwise, this is our company overview at the moment. So you can see right here that Bunduk needs 477 to the next level, and you can see all of his stats. You can see his iron flesh and so on and so forth. And if I list kingdom lords or my regular troops, then you can see my regular troops are these at the moment, and you can see exactly how much experience they are going to need to every single level. You can see their morale in a value, which I think is really cool, because that means that if you come to this screen and you have a feeling that one of your recruits is causing a bit of a problem with the morale, then you can either release them, disband them, or put them into a garrison or something like that, and that makes a huge difference. And it's still so amazing. It really is. This is my current party size as well, so you can see that renown's giving me a massive amount, followed by charisma, followed by leadership. And of course, I do not have any castles. I'm not a marshal, I'm not a lord, I'm not a king, so I'm not getting anything from that. But once I become those, oh yeah, watch out. Alright, so it's time finally for us to actually try a vassal battle, and that's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm here to deliver you my demands. I offer you one chance. Let's just do this. And I'm going to lose a little bit of honor, but I don't really mind about that too much. Now let's take to the field. You can change the commander as well, by the way, so if you do want to play as one of your companions, or if you want to allow your beast of a main character to take a bit of a break, you know, you can do that if you so desire. You can command them like you would any other unit. So I think that's pretty cool. But otherwise, what we're going to do now is we're going to try and wage war against the Vaegirs. That is going to be our first potential target. I have a shield, as you can see right here. I also have a bunch of throwing weapons in my possession, and hopefully I will be able to use those to good effect. If I can't, then obviously that is, you know, that's just how it's going to go. But if I can, then I'm going to be pretty pleased about this. I'm not, what I've got to say is that I'm a bit weirded out by the skybox. I'm not entirely sure what the skybox is doing right now. As you can see, it's a little bit weird. I don't know why that is. If the mod creator is watching this, then by all means let me know in the comments. And in general, other things. I should mention this actually. I should have mentioned this a long time ago, to be fair. But the mod creator is actually going to be releasing a bug fix in a few days. I'm not sure whether it will be save game compatible. I would assume it would be, because it is just bug fixes and things like that. Nothing major being changed or anything like that. So that is something to take into account. So I would assume that this skybox thing might actually be one of the things that will be fixed as a result of that. and I'll definitely be looking forward to seeing what kind of bugs actually do get fixed, because I haven't encountered any. I haven't encountered any whatsoever, which is pretty crazy in my opinion. And I can literally just run these guys down. Oh, my horse actually charges for bonus damage as well, which is really, really cool. Alright, so I'm going to take a look here. So we have attack orders, shield orders, weapon orders, and so on and so forth. And we also have formation types. So you even have shield wall. And personally, I love that. I really, really love the complex formations and things. Even though I'm not very good at utilizing them, they are really fun to use. And if I can get my infantry to actually attack some of the enemies now, we're going to be in a really, really good place. Obviously, bear in mind, I have done quite a bit of, well, enhanced progression, aka cheating, you know. To do the special feature, it's kind of required. Anyway, the point is that I have a lot of Nord Huskarls. And these Nord Huskarls are going to hopefully show themselves to be absolutely fantastic units. Well, we know that they are pretty good, so hopefully we will see them in action a little bit more often when we get into a siege nearby. Bear in mind, however, that the Berserker units, I haven't quite figured out how to get those yet. I would assume that they're probably to do with maybe a building. So once we have a fief of some kind, so like a town or something like that, I would assume then we might be able to build something that will allow us to recruit those kinds of units. Don't quote me on that. That is just conjecture, speculation, whatever you want to call it on my part. But anyway, there you go. There's a victory for us. We did pretty nicely. We can take him prisoner if we so desire. I think I'm going to take him prisoner. We're just going to be merciless. We will be merciless as much as we possibly can. And as you can see, there's actually automated upgrading, which I absolutely love. I think that this is really, really great. We're going to say that he can use some bolts, and one-handed weapon, and a shield. Apply that to everyone, and we'll just tell him to upgrade his horse and armor and all that wonderful stuff. Apply that to everyone as well, and then he can just take whatever he wants from there. Doubt he's going to take anything. A Masterwork Vagia shortbow? That's actually kind of insane to get that already. Okay, pretty cool. But yeah, this is my current armor that I'm wearing. I'm wearing a Lordly Berserker's helmet, because you saw there that I could refine my armor at an armor smith. And I also am wearing Lordly Banded armor. Kind of makes sense considering I'm leading a band of Huskarls all over the place, which is pretty cool. I'm also using this, which is a heavy male barded horse. And I've got to say that I really like the fact that the mod creator has made horse charge so much better than in most other mods. The only other mod that I know of that does charge really, really well is Pendor, and obviously that's a full conversion. So if you don't want a full conversion in a different land other than Calradia, and you want to have some really, really fun times with horse charging, then this is definitely something to consider. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our way over. I'm thinking, should we take a castle, or should we just go straight away and take Riverchegg? Should I literally just go and do that? There's a whole bunch of Sea Raiders as well, and I really like the fact that they have changed the color of bandits and things, because this color stands out so nicely in comparison to the default one, and I think that's really nice. I mean, it's just a small thing, you know? It's a small little feature, quality of life improvement, but it makes all the difference. And I think that that, in general, is exactly what the mod is all about. It seems to always enhance something. It never takes away anything else. It never makes you think, hey, maybe I should be playing this other mod instead. Because this mod has everything that you would want in it if you want to play in Calradia, and more. It just has more of everything. Anyway, this is unfortunately a siege tower, but thankfully I have engineering skill 14, so it will only take us 6... Wait a minute. Are the siege times changed? Yeah, I think the siege times have changed, because usually that would be about 24 hours or 30 hours with the insane amount of engineering skill that I currently have. So I think the siege tower times have also been tweaked a little bit. And I gotta say, I really appreciate that, because you know how I am. If you've been on my channel a while and you've seen a couple of my other Warband series, then you'll know I absolutely loathe the siege tower timing. So anyway, we're going to lead our soldiers in an assault, and we're going to see what we can do. I am very excited about this. And we're going to see... Oh, there's actually a ladder. Look. There is literally a ladder here. So if you are not wanting to kind of stick around with the annoying siege tower, then you could just go up yourself. And boom. You can just boom these guys right in the face and boom. Oh, yes. And now I have throwing axes. Bear that in mind as well. I absolutely love throwing axes when I actually have the opportunity to use them. Don't usually get the opportunity to use these, so it's really nice. It's so fun. It's so fun to see the axe just flying through the air. Oh, Wilhelm scream. Did you hear that? Maybe we can get a bunch of other Wilhelm screams. No? Ah. Unlucky, unlucky. Oh well. Whatever the case, let's do this. Oh, I like the blood splatter. I like the blood splatter as well. Very nice. I like it. Okay, yeah, done an amazing job, really. I cannot recommend BannerPage enough. And unfortunately, I am kind of injured now, so can't really do much. But thankfully, I have distracted the enemy enough so that maybe my forces will be able to come up here and see what they can do. Oh, hello. A javelin. Oh, yeah, take that. That didn't really work. Can I have another one? There we go. Come on. Oh, yeah. There we go. Take that. Yes. Oh, there's a bunch of javelins on the floor here. Give me those. Okay, well, I'm going to die very soon, so don't worry about that. But maybe I won't. Maybe I won't, actually. I might not. I might actually survive against all odds. But, yeah, as you can no doubt tell. My Huskars are just going to absolutely murder. But what I wanted to say was, bear in mind that my current damage modifiers are all on normal. I'm taking full damage. My my allies are taking full damage, and yeah, it is all maxed out basically. I think the only thing that isn't maxed out is my campaign AI, and I think maybe my combat AI as well. I might need to check on that, to be fair. So, oh, hello. Take that. Take that axe. Yes. Ah, there's another one. Yes. Oh, I missed. Oh, that was one of the only times I missed. Oh, how unfortunate. It's so fun to use throwing weapons when you actually have a decent amount of weapon proficiency. It's really, really fun. So, yeah, those of you that may not have had the best time with throwing weapons, highly recommend trying them out in this mod at least, because they seem to give you a good amount of them so that you have a good opportunity to get a decent amount of weapon proficiency level ups and things, and then you're just going to have a grand old time just throwing axes, getting Wilhelm screams, and other wonderful things like that. And I'm very interested and intrigued to see how they actually do the custom units as well, because you can do custom units, as I said, once you create your own kingdom, and that is exactly what I'm doing here. So it's going to be really fun to find out just how much functionality you have and how many options you have to be able to do that. So yeah, there's only a couple more enemies remaining, and otherwise I think we're going to be victorious. I mean, pretty obviously. Alright, so we've got to deal with the enemy in the streets, and you can see here, look at this. This is just the amount of scenes that have been changed, the amount of work that has gone into making every single mod work together without spamming you with huge amounts of errors and stuff. Wow. I mean, can you get any better? This is probably the definitive edition of Warband and its enhancements. So, for example, you know, those of us that played Floris, for example, Floris Expanded. I used to play that. I have like 47 episodes of that on my channel somewhere in a playlist. I love that mod. I love that mod a lot. It changes things quite a bit. It does add a number of units and things like that, and it has a lot of functionalities and different things like that, which is exactly what this is doing, although it's not really changing the units that much. But it is adding a whole bunch of other features that Floris didn't have. And bear in mind that Floris is probably the mod that you want to play if you want to experience a native experience, but just have enhancements. And I think that this mod right here, BannerPage, this is probably, and I'm going to say that with pretty much 90-95% certainty, the definitive edition of an enhancement mod for Warband Native. because every single thing in it is just crazy well implemented and works, and doesn't give you any performance problems as well. I have not crashed in the hour that I've actually been playing. Oh, actually, wait a minute. No, I've actually been playing for an hour and a half. But the point is, it has not crashed in that whole time. I have seen one error message. You saw it earlier in the video, actually. I've seen one error message, and the error message did not make any difference whatsoever to us. And otherwise, everything else has been working absolutely flawlessly with no problem whatsoever. I'm going to be appointing Companion Bunduck to do this. And I'm going to be calling myself... what is my kingdom going to be called? Come to... Bear Hug, Bear Tilt. It's terrible. It's a terrible name. I know. But yeah, anyway. Elites. Here they are. This is exactly what I was talking about. One castle guard. I'm actually unsure what that is, but I suppose we'll see exactly what's going on there. So we're just going to go for this, and there we go. Okay, so... let's take a look at the castle guards. So these are the elites, as you can see right here, and they level up into royal guards. These are their stats at the moment. Pretty standard stats, nothing too amazing, but they do have some very nice armor, as you can see. They come with heraldic plate and mail armor. They got some wonderful plate boots, great helmet, and they have a polearm, and that is going to be their main weakness. They do not have a way to really use that with a shield. So that is obviously going to be their main weakness. But otherwise, they can level up into royal guards as well. So, for example, if I wanted to, I could literally just go and... where is the... yeah, there's the troop trees. So I could go to here. Is this going to... oh, no. This shows you the Dark Knights and the armies and so on and so forth that are going to be coming in. Because obviously the Dark armies will be coming in at some point in the future. And I'm actually wondering... oh, look at that. You even have... elephant riders. Is that true? Is that true? I'm actually unsure about this. I mean, they're mercenaries, so I would assume that yes, you are probably going to be able to get these. If you see Eastern mercenaries, they can level up into camel riders, camel archers, and then go into Khmer Mahouts, which are, I assume, elephant riders of some kind. And then obviously you have these guys. These level up into these, and these, and these, and so on and so forth. So... let me actually just take a quick look. Wow, there are so many, actually. Oh, bear in mind, by the way, if you can't recruit any volunteers from a particular village, then you can forcibly recruit them, and they will level up from levies into watchmen, into mercenary footmen or mercenary skirmishers, and then they have another troop line going over here, and they can even become arbalesters, which is just insane. And then otherwise they can become these guys down here if you want them for polearms, or they can become hired blades, which is what I decided to make them into. But yeah, some pretty crazy stuff going on there. And bear in mind that you can also build a bunch of different improvements. There's no longer just the messenger post and the prisoner tower. There's a guild hall as well as a university and the blacksmith forge. The blacksmith forge, in my opinion, is probably going to be the best because this will refill ammo every minute during a defensive siege. So I'm just going to go ahead and build that. Why not? And otherwise, you can manage the garrison, so on and so forth. And we should probably go and speak to Bunduck, because I would like to be able to say hello. He's wearing a very silly hat, isn't he? Anyway, what we're going to do is... how do I do the custom units? Hire a new staff member. That might very well be the case. So let's get a constable, and let's get a chamberlain. We can get all of those guys, bear that in mind, and chancellor as well. So they're all done. And I think that is fine. Okay, so that's good. And now we'll go in and we will see what they have to say to us, because I'm thinking that probably one of them is going to have the available custom units for me. Maybe? They might not. They might not. Okay, let's... I want to enlist a patrol. Oh, I can't do that right now. That's kind of unfortunate, but gonna have to wait a little bit of time. Wait a minute. I'd like to take a look at the armory. Oh, so you can actually place some stuff in here? I'm actually unsure what the armory does. I guess it might be just storage. We can train some recruits. Let's train them into melee. Let's hire additional trainers. And we can also recruit new soldiers, so we can get some Nords. I actually have nothing in the treasury right now, which might be the main reason that we're having some problems. So let's pay into the treasury. Let's pay 20,000 in there. And I don't seem to be able to find the custom units, which is a shame. I'm not entirely sure how that would work. Now I'm kind of annoyed because I can't find it. So it's going to have to wait, I suppose, unless there is some other way that I can do it through the camp menu, perhaps. Maybe building fortifications and waiting here for some time might actually make a bit of a difference. So I'm gonna do that. You must have tools. Okay, so that's not going to work. But the point is that this mod is crazy good, and if you have to play any native enhancement before Bannerlord comes out, then you should probably play BannerPage. And if you want to, you can also wait a couple of days before the bug fix comes in, and then you can install that at the same time, and then you don't have to worry about potential save game problems or anything like that. But yeah, there is a way to create custom units, but I'm unable to find it at the moment. Maybe I can actually... here it is. You have to be king, you have to control a town, one of your companions has to be appointed as a minister. If all above, you should speak to your chancellor and get a new dialogue option to change. Aha, there we go. Right. Aha, that's it. Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, so all I need to do is go to our chancellor and change the faction culture. And, is it actually the chancellor? There we go, there we go. I wish to select the kingdom's culture, player faction. There we go. Yes, that is absolutely fantastic. So now what we can do is we can have my people run over here. I can recruit. No one wants to join me. Are you serious? No one wants to join. Come on. Why did you do that? No. It would happen, wouldn't it? As soon as I want to show you the custom troops, it's just like, no. There we go. Vagia troops. Why? Why Vagia troops? Let me see your equipment. Can I actually swap them out? Can I actually swap equipment out for them? I don't think so. Is it? Let me just take all of this stuff and just see whether I can actually do that. I don't think so. No, that's not going to work. Okay. So maybe it's going to take a little bit of time for the custom player faction units to actually come in. So I'm going to wait a little bit and we'll see. Aha, there we go. We have 2 recruits and they will be leveling up. I'd like to select your equipment and there you go. So that's it. And then you can select from a wide variety of different things here. As you can see, they mostly have peasant gear at the moment because they have not currently leveled up. But now they have leveled up, and I am actually going to be selecting their equipment as heavy cavalrymen. So if you want to, you can then give them things like this. Yeah, that's actually pretty crazy. They're already wearing some pretty amazing gear, but it makes them look so good. It really does. Look at this guy. He is looking really, really nice. And you can change them to whatever you want. And they will level up into a variety of different things. So if you don't want the cavalrymen, you can go into heavy infantry. And if you don't want any of those guys in melee, then you can level them up into crossbowmen. And I would assume you can also probably level them up into longbowmen as well. But don't quote me on that because I didn't go down that particular troop tree. But I just had to wait a day, and then the player culture started to kick in. So without further ado, a very extensive special feature for BannerPage. If you would like to download the mod yourself, then there is a link in the description. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.